Just look at where you are right now, where you want to be at. Visualize it. Now, if you keep on doing the same thing, guess what? You're not going to achieve that. So now you got to link a lot of pain to that. What are you giving up? What are you giving up in your life to keep you from reaching that goal that you want? And not only that, but who else are you hurting? Because obviously you have to be hurting yourself, but who else are you hurting? So you're going to have to link that pain and that pleasure. I mean, it could be the fact that who in your life is poison to you that you need to give up. If I just gave this right here up, it could be a personal thing. It don't matter. This is what I can achieve in my life. And this is what I can have for the rest of my life. But see, but only you can be the person to determine that. And see, and then once you get that new habit, guess what? You're going to have to come up with an empowering alternative, which is the 4th step, to keep you from diverting back to that old habit. But the thing about it is that alternative needs to give you a more powerful feeling than what that old habit gives you. It's got to be so strong, and it got to be powerful, because if it's not, you will not make that shift. It got to give you more pleasure on a so much higher level than that old habit to be able to make that work for you. If you need help and support with that, that's all well and fine. Get that help and support that you need. And for the last one, you need to look at who you influence and who you are influenced by. See, in order for you to influence others, guess what? You got to first be influenced by what it is you do. The process that you went through, that's the same process that you're going to take somebody else through. And if you are really to where you want to be and where you need to be within yourself, other people are going to sense that, and they're going to be drawn to you. And what it is that you want to achieve in life, guess what? It'll be so much easier for you to do. But in order for you to do all this, guess what? It's going to require action on your part. See, this is the knowledge part right here. But now what comes is what you're going to do with the knowledge. Because there's a lot of things that we know to do, but we don't do because we don't apply it. And it's going to take action. Because if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And we want to see you succeed. So let's do a recap. First of all, to get the results that you want in your life, you're going to have to meet 4 basic needs. And you're going to have to meet those 4 basic needs at a high level. And that's going to be significance, certainty, variety, love, and connection. And then once you can meet those needs and meet them at a high level, you can develop that growth. And you can be able to contribute to others. And the next thing, guess what? You're going to learn how to control your emotions and your behaviors. Because everything starts with a thought, and emotional follows, and it sets up that pattern of behavior that you develop. That's going to be determined by the mentality, the psychology that you set up for yourself. It's how you speak to yourself and to others, because words have meaning. It's going to be about the physiology that you use for yourself, things that you eat, things that you put into your body, about your movement and your positions and your focus and your beliefs. The very thing that you're spending most of your energy and time doing, and your beliefs that's around that. That's your psychology. It's going to determine your internal psychology, which is going to determine these are the things you have to do. You're going to have to self-examine yourself. You're going to have to diagnose yourself. You're going to have to condition yourself, leverage yourself, have the empowering alternative, and understand about how you influence others and what you are influenced by and who. This foundation, if you really harness it and really build on it, it will sustain you for the rest of your life. But it's a process. And it's not an overnight process. And if you need help and if you need support in building this foundation for yourself, just go to victorybeyondlimits.com. Or you can email me at hello@victorybeyondlimits.com and just say, I want help to build my foundation. Because this is your life. And it begins and it ends with you. And it has nothing to do with nobody else. Because guess what? It starts with you. And if you have children, you have got to be that leading force for them. You should have to want to get to a certain place within yourself. Because you want to pass this down to your children. You want them to be able to self-examine themselves and be able to deal with things that comes up in their life on a consistent basis, because you may not be there all day for them, and they may not have nobody else that they can lean on. They could be self-sustaining in the right things. To understand, there are other people out there, but knowing the people who to divert to, that's important. And if you're a small business owner, and if you are an entrepreneur, guess what? You're the leading force. Because guess what? You are developing leaders, whether you know it or not. If you're in any type of leadership position, guess what? You need to build this foundation for yourself. Because it can make and break your life, and it can make or break your business. Because this is critical. Because I don't know if anybody has seen the movie Acrimony. I just recently watched it, and I look at that relationship. Because see, what I have already known, but it's always good to reinforce what you already know. But see, as individuals, they didn't have that solid foundation for themselves. So if you don't have that solid foundation for yourself as an individual, how can you come together with somebody else? Because you become like oil and water. You're not mixing. Because first of all, you don't know who you are or whose you are. Because he was so engrossed on this machine, not thinking about anything else. But see, your life is not dictated around this machine. There are other aspects of your life. And then when it came down to her, she had a total different mindset. She was looking at sustaining for the household because that was not his concern. That was not his consideration at the moment. And now if they had a conversation to understand where they were as individuals and understood when they came together as a whole, they could have came together and devised a plan that was feasible for the both of them. But see, that's what happens when you're not at a certain place within yourself. You become open to other things. You become open to change, which is important. Look at your life right now. Look at where your feet have already traveled. And think back, if you had a different mindset and handled things a whole lot differently, how different your life would be right now. And that's all well and fine, but you're here right now. So what is it that you're going to do right now to move forward in a positive manner? Because as you remember, it begins and it ends with you. You are worth it. Your life matters. Because guess what? But it's your essence that you have to bring out yourself. No one can do that for you. See, when you build that strong foundation, it allows you to be able to make that shift. When it don't feel good, when you don't want to, no matter what comes at you, you understand, you do what you need to do in that moment, but you understand you cannot stay there. So remember, when you learn better, do better. With the knowledge that you learn, apply it. And then adjust as necessary. Because when that crack starts to form, you need to react immediately. So if you want help to build that foundation for you in your life, go to victorybeyondlimits.com or go to hello@victorybeyondlimits.com and just say, I want help to build my foundation. And as always, have a victorious and blessed day.